Hi guys, it's Allie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know about the economics major at UCLA. If you're interested in majoring in economics, you're a bored UCLA student procrastinating for finals, or just want some general ideas about whether or not you should major in economics, this is the video for you. So economics is a major in UCLA's College of Letters and Sciences. This is one of UCLA's most popular majors. It's definitely one of the top 6, and it's up there with business economics, psychology, psychobiology. I think it was biology was the 6th one. That being said, it's definitely a very popular major, and UCLA's economics program has been internationally recognized, and it's been really high on the rankings. And yes, there is a separate major called business economics. Personally, I think that one's slightly more challenging because it requires you to take some accounting classes, and it also has a higher minimum GPA requirement. I have a lot of friends that are business economics majors who halfway through switch to economics instead. UCLA's economics program is often compared with the University of Michigan and the University of Chicago's economics programs, all three of which have a very strong base in econometrics, which I'll be talking about more later. Since this major is 16 units total, 7 being the lower division requirements and 9 being the upper division requirements, most people that I know finish this major in about 3 years. Now I want to briefly address this question that I know I'm going to get about concentrations. So what are concentrations, and are they a thing? As of this year, the UCLA Economics Department just released concentrations. Currently they just have value investing, but concentrations are basically optional, and if you opt to do them, then it gives you a little bit more focus on a specific industry, so you receive a more industry specific coursework and framework. I think they also require 4 modeling classes, which are 8-hour lab classes on the certain topic. So right now they just have value investing, but if this program goes well, then they're going to be rolling out a couple more concentrations. So definitely look into value investing if you're interested in finance or banking. Now I'm going to go over the academic requirements and procedure for actually getting into this major. So there are 7 pre-major courses: Math 31A, Math 31B, Econ 1, Econ 2, Econ 11, Econ 41, and a Writing 2 course. You need a minimum of C or higher in all of these classes. Then you have your upper division major courses, which are Econ 101, Econ 102, Econ 103, and then 6 additional economics electives. You need a minimum of C- or higher in these classes. After you finish all of your pre-major courses, that's when you can go to the economics department and declare your major. The economics GPA requirement is a 2.0, so I'm not going to say that's particularly high, but you do have to study and you do have to try to get good grades because some classes you might just tank. So yes, all the classes are curved, and in many of the lower division classes, 30% of the class is probably not going to pass the class, pass being C-. I'm not a math or numbers person. I know I'm Asian, but I'm really not great at math. I got 2 on my AP Calculus test, and I'm pretty sure you can get a 1 just by writing your name. So if you're discouraged from being an economics major because you think you're not good at math, don't let that discourage you. I think you should still give it a shot. If you put in the right kind of work and you study a lot, you will get into the major. And I'm going to be making a separate video on just how hilariously hard my struggle getting into this major was, for any of you guys who are interested or maybe want some uplifting motivation. So stay tuned for that. For economics, you don't actually need to apply the way you would for business economics. All you have to do is make sure you're in good standing with the department's requirements and just go to the department after you finish all your pre-major courses, and they'll automatically switch you into the major. If you really want to be an economics major, I would advise that you plan out your classes carefully and make sure that you pass all of your pre-major courses. So here are just some general thoughts that I have regarding the upper division courses and the lower division courses. Personally, I found the lower division courses super challenging because the classes are a lot bigger. They're a lot more competitive because you're taking these classes along with math and stats and engineering majors, which I think all share some overlap. for lower division requirements with the econ major. So as someone who really struggles with math, in your lower division courses, you're going to be in a big lecture hall with about 200 to 300 students. I also found the lower division courses to be abstract. When I was taking them, I was like, am I really an economics major? Because it seems like all I'm learning are, derivatives or integration, and like, do I really need to know this for econ? It was kind of a challenging set of 7 classes. I'm honestly crying internally just looking back on this old material. Then when I got to upper divs, I found them to be a lot more interesting and a lot more practical. I've heard this same sentiment from a lot of my older friends who are economics majors. They kind of told me to just hang in there until you get to the upper division courses because they would be so much more interesting and more manageable, and I really agree with that. Wouldn't necessarily say it's less of a workload. It's definitely more concrete information that you're learning. There's a lot more words and less numbers, which I enjoyed a lot more. So for upper division, you'll typically be in smaller classrooms, but this can also vary. I would say it's anywhere from 50 to 100 students. Okay, so what can you do with the economics major? So I think the economics major at UCLA feeds into a lot of finance, iBanking, consulting, or marketing type of jobs, but really because the skills and the concepts you learn are so widely applicable and they're more of just an analytical training, it shows employers that you know how to learn and you're accountable and you have a strong work ethic. I think this major can really translate to any industry. My advice on that would just be, if you're looking at an industry that is very outside of the business realm, for example, fine arts or like film, do some internships and have some work on your resume for that industry early on. If you just want to work for a corporation, every big corporation is going to have a business unit or a business department. The skills that you learn in economics, you can translate to any kind of business role or like analyst role. Also, some general advice for economics majors is do not take 11 and 41 in the same quarter. Just don't do it. I don't know a single person who has not failed one of those classes or both of those classes when taking them concurrently. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to do in this video was give you guys a general overview of what students in the major actually think about the major. So I've asked a ton of my friends from different grades who are all economics majors to describe this major in 3 words, and I'm just going to read off those results to you guys. So we have empirical, theoretical, practical, useless, interesting, average, dynamic, in the classes and subjects you take in the practicality of it, competitive, large, impacted, diverse, lots of students doing different things and career goals. He said, I also want to say disorganized and really Asian, but I'll leave it at that. Wow. Theoretical, broad, short. We have waste of time. We have diverse, methodical, Asian. We have theoretical, model-driven, quantifiable, not practical, theoretical, math, graph, theory. For those of you who are considering the major or currently going through the major, I know it's hard work, but stick in there because I think the results are so rewarding, and I personally have loved being an economics student at UCLA. Looking back, I don't think I would have majored in anything else. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this has been an informative video about the economics major at UCLA. If you want to learn about UCLA in general as a school, then check out my other video, which I will link right below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye guys!